welcome back. So now that we have our triangle forming and our text popping in as well, it's time we can actually start doing some really nice creative elements, adding backgrounds, sparks, particles, and that kind of thing. So I'm going to bring my timeline scrubber right to the beginning again, and I have some assets that I have already created for everyone here. We've got an electric blue effect, which could come in handy. We've got some lightning stuff and nice little spark there, and also some clouds. Now, these aren't fantastic resolution. I have made them relatively small just for ease of use. So just remember, the larger the video sizes, the more Photoshop and of course your software is going to slow down. So I've kept these relatively small. I'm going to grab the clouds trim.mp4 folder, and I'm just going to drag that into my document. And here it is here. It's just dropped straight in place. There it is. Depends which layer you selected on. And I'm actually going to drag this below my triangle group. So I want to have the clouds in the background. And there you can see it's kind of moving there. Now, what we can do is we can do some funky things with the clouds. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We can obviously transform that cloud layer and scale it up to try and fit our document a bit better, but I'm actually going to do something where I'm going to mirror it and also add a mask to it and a little bit of a gradient on the mask, and then have the two so they're kind of like a mirror, slightly offset of each other. And if that sounds confusing, just keep on track. It's actually not that hard to do. I'm going to give the clouds trim layer. I'm just going to right click and just drop a color in so I can easily find it. Let's make this one green, for example. There it is there, clouds trim, because it's at the bottom. And this is why labeling and also fixing all this stuff is kind of important. Now I'm going to get rid of this. I did have this black layer just in the background, and I'm going to keep that for now, but I'm just going to trim down my clouds layer as well. And as we scrub through there, let's turn the layer on. There are my clouds moving through. So what I'm actually going to do with the clouds is I'm going to add a mask to it and a gradient. So I'm going to go right ahead and just click the mask button for that. There it adds a mask. Now I don't have anything selected, so it's going to be an empty mask. Next thing I'm going to do is go to my gradient tool. So shortcut G. Previously we've used the paint bucket, but just switch over to the gradient tool, and then up in our color picker here. This is slightly different in Photoshop 2020 for this, but what we want to do is just go for a straight black to white gradient in here, and you should be able to find that. It's in one of the top folders in Photoshop 2020, and hit OK. And what I'm going to do is just set my gradient to this very first option here, which is linear gradient, and I'm just going to click and drag that. And as I'm dragging that, I'm just going to start at the bottom of my image and drag and hold down shift so it just draws a straight line, and I'm going to draw that up, and that's going to draw a little white to black gradient on that mask. And if I unlink that, I can select on the mask and obviously move that around. But what I really want to do is I just want to make sure that that top part is, I don't want to see that hard line there, so I actually want the top part to be completely invisible. So I'm just going to scale and move and sort of do that, but you could also just redraw your gradient, so it's going to gradually get softer as we go, and I'm going to apply that. So there it is, and if I right click on that I can go disable layer, but I want this smooth transition like that. Now I'm going to relink these so that I can use it as a separate entity, and I'm going to duplicate that layer. So just go to the duplicate there. You could also right click and go to duplicate layer right at the top here. So there's two copies of that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one at the bottom, and let's just move that to the bottom of the screen like so. Let's take the one at the top and let's go Control T to transform, and we could just rotate that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it like a mirror. So right click and let's go flip horizontally, and while we're there, let's also do flip vertically. So we're going to kind of get a mirror on a mirror, but you can play around with this and sort of see how it goes. And of course, once you apply the transform, just scrub through. So we've got kind of a mirror of those clouds coming in. And you may wish to have them both go in the same direction, in which case you can go click transform, and this way, once we apply that, enter to apply, the clouds both coming in the same direction. Other cool things you can do, you might want to offset that so that one lot of clouds, actually let's make sure we select the cloud layer if we're going to stretch it out. So one lot of clouds here, and we can offset that. You can sort of see the video playing there as well. So that one starts a little bit later than that, so just going to be slightly offset. So have a play around, see what you can get with that. I'm going to transform these so that they sort of overlap, so Control T, and I'm just going to stretch that one out. Let's grab the bottom one, Control T, let's stretch that one out and apply that. So we're actually using two images here. You could use one, but it's up to you. And I'm just going to move them around a little bit. So one of the things you want to watch out, just watch for those edges. You don't want to see that edge popping there. And if we offset them, we're going to see some pretty weird and wonderful things happening. And that looks, fairly reasonable for that. Cool. And I'm going to stop there because we're going to sort of do this in little chunks, and we'll get on to the next bit straight after.